And yeah, I think I am live. All right. My name is DC, and I'll be giving you, I don't know, football positions strike edition. So, which means I'll be going through positions on the football pitch, the usual attack, midfield, defense, goalkeeper. Reason why I said attack is want to start saying like attackers, wingers, sometimes attacking mid and stuff like that. No, 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 no. I'll just say that. So this I'll be doing edition, and I'm sure as you've been uploading it, that's because I've had two copyright strikes, and I'm trying to avoid getting a third. So I thought, you know what? Why not just do some live content? And also for the other match analysis videos, I made another channel specifically for that, just to avoid certain problems. And that channel is actually growing real quick. So if you want, you can also go ahead and support that channel. And you can also support this one too. So all I'm asking is for like 2 subs. I've got this book here, and I think I'll be using a pen to cross out what I talk about and what yeah, just to make things easier. Because most of the times what I do is that I'll just list things out, but the way I'll do it is that I'll write a word or just like phrases, and then I'll speak on that. But most of the time, what ends up happening is that I end up how can I say this? I end up talking about it, but not talking about it in detail. But at this time, I have I don't know if you can see this. Can you see? No, that's too blurry. Assigned to get a new camera or webcam, whichever. So there's types of strikers. You probably can't see that, or maybe you can see that. Then here there is skills. So I listed out the strikers. Then I put more. So I talk about each position in depth. That's what do mean by that. And also, this is my first time doing a live. Feeling kind of shy. Just kidding. But so go through this. I don't know. I'm expecting to be for because I don't usually do this stuff. But anyway, we'll see what happens. And don't be afraid to like, share, and stuff like that. I'm not, I'm just, you know. All right. So, strikers, I'm going to be going through this, which is main poacher, target man, false nine, advanced forward, complete forward, pressing forward. So now we go into further detail in the strikers, in the striker catalog, detailing specific skills. I may also highlight the type of formations where this is mainly be used. Where else? And I'll give examples of the strikers. First one is the poacher. Strikers like this tend to stay close to goal, quick finishes. By quick finish, one touch, or they don't usually waste their time. If even if they're going to take a touch to steady themselves, or even if they're taking two, it's done in a really quick motion. And a good example of this is a certain goal Van Nistelrooy scored. I think that was Fulham, but I'm not sure. Where he just took a touch, and got the ball out. By the time the keeper was rushing, the ball already was past him. I'm sure he was just like, "What? How did that happen?" Stuff like that. Not really involved in build up. They don't have to be involved in build up. If they're going to put the ball into the back of the net, just put it into the area or to the box, and they'll get the job done. That's the best part about this type of striker. Uh, Poacher, sorry. Another thing I would like to note about them, they are very slippery. What I mean is that when you're defending against them, they have a way of moving. What I mean, okay, okay, sorry, I just thought of something, but that's for the other part of the poacher part, where I'll give examples of this type of players. So, like when I say they're slippery, like you look, they're no longer there, and by the time you take a second look, they are scoring or they're just alone, unmarked in the box. And another key skill that these people have: composure, positioning. Positioning is so important if you're a poacher. I mean, like, how are you going to score goals if you're not in the right position? And okay, sometimes with positioning, it's usually two things. Matter of fact, three things: luck, just being where people aren't, or specific movement. Luck is where you're always in the right place or right time, or how can I say this? Let's say you can cross, or just the ball accidentally on occasion, you do find your position due to luck. Um, how can I two players, or so let's say two defenders, you run in between them, you're running in between two, you're not really trying to put yourself in space. The ball is going to be, you position yourself so well such that there's people, you a little bit of space to swing, put that ball into the net, and then just you're good, really, really good. And is the third, which be in space. Just go where the aren't even edge of your box. Sorry, the opponent's box